Welcome. This is the Impromptu cast. And in this podcast, we talk about anything and everything. It's called Impromptu because we pick randomly people we meet around the streets of our workplace, sit them down, and have different conversations. So today, we're talking about rules of engagement in marriage. The question is, you're getting married. What are the rules of engagement? Who's setting them, and why are they important? And this is broad. Today's topic is broad. So, what are the rules of engagement? How do you apportion things within the marriage and stuff like that?
Number one, I think we should agree.
Yeah.
We should agree on the rules of engagement.
We should agree.
Agree.
Uh-huh.
So I shouldn't make them because I'm the man, and she shouldn't make them because she's the lady.
When do we agree?
And when we disagree?
Before we get married or after, immediately after we've gotten married?
And what is this we are agreeing about?
And when does it become a rule?
Yes, and who sets these rules?
It
And
must.
where do you get them from?
Wait,
by the
what?
way- by
Now
the-
everybody's asking questions. Who's going to answer them?
By the way, I have this thing.
Yeah.
Every time I meet younger people,
Younger.
young people getting married, about to get married, and it happens even in other things.
Yeah.
I tell them, go sit down and write your fundamentals,
Irreducible minimums.
yours, which are not dependent on something or someone else. Yours. Like, I don't want children is a fundamental because now I'm going to be married. So, and tell him, women have like 6 or 7 or 5.
Most marriages come with children.
Men have 2.
To what?
What?
2
Five?
fundamentals.
I'm
Mostly.
saying 3.
3.
10.
That's okay.
Yes.
So when we meet, I tell you, I don't want children, and you want children, we know we are not good for each other.
Can we also get to add or talk about, I don't want children as the lady, and maybe there's a lady who doesn't want to work, and there's one who's comfortable with becoming a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. What? So we have to agree that before we get married,
So,
But dynamics change.
wait.
including how many children you have.
So are you saying that I made a mistake because as we didn't agree on some fundamental issues, we moved as the time went by.
Goodbye.
As time went by, we discovered that you are supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing this. So
Supposed.
yes.
Ulitoa hizo.
Ngoja
Ulitoa
kwanza.
hiyo
Ngoja.
rule.
Unaona kama kuosha vyombo for example. Kuosha vyombo ni responsibility yake. Na mimi
Wapi imeandikwa?
sasa unaona mkisema
Nyinyi mnakubaliana.
sisi
Hiyo.
mimi nilipata anaosha vyombo na mimi napika.
If you go to many restaurants, men wash dishes.
Yes.
And you could be a dishwasher. Your career
So,
is dishwasher.
hey. I want to go there.
You didn't get me.
I want to go there.
Yeye anaosha vyombo, mimi napika.
Yeah? Wewe unapika.
Napika chakula.
Oh, so he's talking about duties, right?
Yes. Are those rules?
No. I want us to go there.
Okay.
What's the difference between roles and duties in marriage?
Ai, hiyo sasa tunaenda Wikipedia bana.
Can I try?
Can we,
Yes.
Yeah.
What
No,
is
no,
it? Hebu fafanua
say
hiyo
duty?
kitu encyclopedia.
duty is a mandate. It's something that,
Yeah.
be it or not, it must be done.
Uh-huh.
Martin is supposed to pay for school fees. Martin is supposed to pay for...
Oh.
It's your
Electricity.
duty, it's your obligation to make sure that maybe the major bills in the house
Yes.
are paid for.
Who mandates me to do that?
Now it's between you and your partner.
So if
And
for
so
example
what's the duty then?
That's a duty. That's
No,
a
that's
role.
a role.
That's
That's a
a role.
role.
Yes.
Yes, I think so. But anyone else can have
What is
so roles are like
The office.
yes, the office.
Yeah.
What are the roles of a husband in a marriage? You know, what are the roles of a wife in a marriage?
providing,
Under agreement,
Uh-huh.
I would imagine the apportioning
Yes.
that the kitchen belongs to the wife.
Is that
Why?
a role or duty?
Role.
Role. Yes.
But it doesn't mean that I cannot be dutied to do something within
In the
that
kitchen.
duty or you offer to do something in the kitchen.
It's not about
because
it's not about do's and
duty
Duty is mandated. So he's right.
duty will be leo ni siku yako ya kupika.
It's not sharti.
I can refuse to
Charity
be
haina-
take my
It's
role in the
optional.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Is it optional though?
It's optional.
But
choose
Do I have a choice to
But we have
refuse
an
that
agreement.
role?
We are not fighting about it. We are fighting here, but we are not fighting in my house. We are not
Can
fighting.
I refuse that role? I don't want
You
kitchen
can't
role.
take the
I'm
role. The
Mr.
role is
Fix
not
It in
yours.
the house.
oh,
It's
okay.
not
Hold
you
on, hold on.
fixing things.
Well, you see the initial question was rules of engagement. What are the rules of engagement? And it's based on agreement, right? So if we agree, then you cannot refuse a role just because you have a louder voice, right? You agree to look for a way around it. Because both of you can refuse and say, mimi jikoni sikanyagi.
Hata mimi sikanyagi.
Kwa nini ukanyagi?
Lakini hapana,
Sitaki.
lakini mimi nikisema jikoni sikanyagi, ukweli wa mambo ni in my culture where my father came from, jikoni si responsibility yangu, jikoni si role yangu. Role yangu ni nipatiane pesa, ndengu
One second.
kitunguu inunuliwe,
Okay.
kitunguu
Remove the
inunuliwe.
name, the word responsibility.
Okay, role.
Play on role.
Role
Yeah.
and
Role
duty.
yangu,
And duty.
role yangu ni kuprovide. Nimeprovide resources, kitunguu imenunuliwa. So how do you refuse to go to the kitchen
That's a-
because mimi nimerefuse?
My question to you would be, just because you bought the kitungu, na yeye pia anafanya kazi modern society, na yeye pia anafanya kazi, amerudi na unga, utamwambia mimi nimenunua kitungu, wewe umenunua nini? Akwambia umenunua unga, utamwambia bado?
So what you're saying ni akiniambia leo nimechoka, siingi jikoni Monday, Wednesday na Friday.
Glovo.
Roles and duties.
Usiingie
Rules of engagement. Rules of
Glovo.
engagement ni tuliagree hatukuli junk.
Haya.
Aha.
That's a
Lakini
rule.
kuna deli nyingi.
Glovo anaweza nunua migingo
But
bwana.
also,
You know.
tukumbuke pia we are supposed to also check on now my generation, because sasa tukiangalia in this angle, most of the young people, acha niseme wenye wako kwa hii generation,
I forgot there was a
they
Gen Z.
don't want to work. Most of the young men don't want to work. Wanataka wao wakae kwa nyumba.
The young men.
Yes.
Yes, they don't want to
Wamama zao
work.
Now we're in
Okay,
trouble.
Yes.
I wish
The
there
ones
was
the
a younger
parents have
man
brought them up
who just pop in.
Majority
It's okay.
don't
I
want
want
to
to
work.
Yeah.
hear this one.
Majority don't want to work.
What do they want to do?
But they want to get rich.
They want to stay in the house and
Are you-
and
Play aviator.
and
Are you-
watch TV.
are you accusing-
Play aviator.
Yes.
Are you accusing young men of
PS5.
being lazy?
I'm not accusing them. I'm just saying
Most.
I think
Most,
even as
if you say most, you mean majority of them.
majority of the, let's say Gen Z and early
I
millennials.
don't blame them. It's
And
the too
less
much
millennials.
empowering the girl child. It's too much of empowering the girl child.
Yes.
That's where it's going wrong.
You
I'm
think
glad-
so?
I'm glad Second Lady has been trying to empower the man child.
Thank you.
Now, the question is,
Yeah.
and I'd like to know,
Yeah.
is there a template where it says these are the roles of the man and the roles of the woman within the household,
That's
which
very-
is the marriage? Because then from there we can branch off.
You see, then if we're looking for a template, it would be very culturally dependent.
Yes.
Right? So there are societies that are patriarchal, and there are societies that are matriarchal. And then that changes the whole dynamics of what roles are defined as.
Even those Kikuyus who pretend now they were matriarchal. Wamakeri used to be. And you see, things have changed. They were matriarchal, now they are patriarchal. So which one is which? You see, it can go both ways.
The definition for us, who are seated here at least, the definition for us comes from the Bible, right? It should at least be guided by the Bible, we who call ourselves Christians. Therefore, the template, the template is biblical. So I do not know what your thoughts are on what that template says and what it doesn't say, and what the confusion has been with regard to roles and duties.
What is Jesus to the church?
Jesus is husband to the church.
Husband.
Yes.
And so he protects,
He protects.
he provides, yeah?
He guides.
and he loves.
Or he lives.
and he loves and guides.
Guides.
So that's the template for the man.
Are you saying that because you think Jesus is a man?
It's written.
You've talked about the masculine. Or what's the duty of the female part of the church?
It's to love.
Submit.
Ndio.
Yeah.
Meet.
I submit.
Apana.
I have a
Submit
problem
is
with that.
for everybody.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that.
Okay,
yeah,
love.
that's all
To
right.
love and to support.
Support.
And
That's it.
nourish as well. To nourish.
Mimi ndio shingo.
We shingo na mimi ni
Hata
kichwa.
wewe kama ni kichwa, mimi
I know,
ndio shingo.
I know.
No.
Question.
When we talk
I
about
have a
headship,
question.
it's not in the literal. Yeah. Don't give yourself a different position.
Position that is not the
Sasa, how come you guys
Yes.
having four
The
roles?
neck is part of the head.
Ati you two.
When they say they cut off the head, it means the neck went.
Yeah.
If the head is cut off, the neck has no
Has
life.
no
Yes.
place.
And so the body suffers.
Anyway, so
Yes.
from that standpoint, if I adopt that into a relationship, and by marriage, I mean marriage, then it means I'm providing. Okay? And I am protecting.
Yes.
And I am covering,
Yeah.
giving the covering, which is wide.
Yes.
Okay? Those are my rules.
But Michael, in a scenario where you as a man or Davis as a man, I'm in a position where I'm providing right now, but what if something happens? I'm not able to provide.
Yeah.
I'm not able to
Protect.
protect
Yeah,
because probably
Sickness or
Incapacitated.
incapacitated.
So what happens?
Yeah, I'm talking about those roles that, when you're talking about those roles and duties, there's also that part of what would happen if this happens.
I
For
think
example, your wife is short
Something
illness, accident,
Yeah. Whatever.
she's gone.
Yeah.
You are the father.
Yeah.
You're not going to start looking for a auntie around to be the one to sort your daughter. Imagine if my dad comes and sorts me as number one respondent to my issues.
Yeah.
It has a greater impact.
What issues?
Those ones of periods. Dad, periods, go
But
bring me
if he has
pads.
no clue, what do you expect?
You tag
course,
Google.
No, of course.
Tafuta.
What do you mean? Of course, you're
I know,
supposed
as my first
we live
No.
Yes,
Guys.
There's
Gen
a
Z.
reason. There's a reason you're a father.
Sharon.
Because it's not only about providing.
Yes, excuse
Okay,
me.
let's
If
move
you ask
away from
Sharon,
the
if you ask
No,
Sharon,
no. Let's
as a
stick here
first
because it looks like it's a problem.
We've already had this
Yeah.
conversation before.
No. As a first respondent, as a
Yes.
daughter,
Yeah.
as a Gen Z, will you wait to see Auntie Faith coming, or will you expect that to
Let
respond?
me
I will appreciate
matters.
it.
Uh-huh.
I will appreciate it when my dad is the first.
Of course.
Yes.
person upon
Ah,
himself.
yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
see,
Before
he,
we bring
he's
someone
Auntie so and
hata
so.
yeye atakuwa kwa
What do you
situation
mean?
ile, he doesn't want to get there. As in, he doesn't want that experience.
Yes,
Not that-
but listen,
I
but
know.
listen.
Maybe let me just
Listen,
break it down.
just one second.
Sorry. Yeah.
It is his responsibility, and his parental role to take care of the situation.
Exactly.
Right? So
There are
whichever,
many ways- there are many ways
yes,
of taking care of it.
whichever way he takes care of it, I think it depends a lot on his orientation. Yes, we would not. It would be unfair to say all men should take care of take care of it this way. There is an imagined, romanticized way of taking care of it, and then there is what he can. Yes, what he can.
Unless he's a guy now.
Yes. No.
If I were, I wouldn't go there, bro. Like,
I'm not going to wait for auntie to come 45 kilometers away, and my dad is just around the corner, and the supermarket is 15 minutes away from dad.
No. It's not as short. It's not. We're not. I don't think we are talking
Those are
about
the
an
roles,
incident.
the duties, and
I don't
those
think
are
we're
the
talking
roles and
about
the duties.
an incident.
Eh.
I don't think so. It's you're a young child. You are growing. Then it comes.
Let me ask a question. We've been talking about periods and such
Yes.
stuff. What about circumcision?
8th day.
well,
Yo,
8th day.
Those are
Not Jews.
those are
Scientific.
I know.
listen,
It's
it's very
biological.
scientific, but culturally,
biological.
Michael, culturally, in the let me talk about the Kikuyu community. After class 8,
Torture. Yeah.
after class 8,
Yeah.
that is when it
Torture.
happens, right?
Yeah.
So at that point,
Many communities.
the dad is the one that something happened to. How should the mom respond? And I'm looking at the ladies in the space.
How should the mom respond? Based on your culture.
Don't tell me you'll call the uncle.
No. Based on your culture.
I'm loving this.
You'll sit kapa. Later.
Hapana, based
Never.
on your culture, hata kama angekuwa,
Amekwambia Kikuyu.
there's a place that is attended to. Haifanyagi kwa
Where?
nyumba yako.
Where?
Kama ni hosi,
Okay, amen.
ama kama ile our friend who went to the forest for 3 months.
About that friend went to
That if in your culture that when they reach a certain age, whether it is 12, 14 or 18, there's a place they go to be
Initiated.
So-
to manhood
Christine,
on that culture.
Christine.
There is the male.
Christine, you're telling me
Male
to take care of
people
my
around
daughter.
you.
You're telling me to take care
That
of
is-
my daughter
Yeah.
when the first period
Yes.
occurs.
This is where I'm going back.
Yet,
Yes.
when the child is being circumcised,
You
you're,
don't want-
you're telling
you're
me
throwing
that
it to
you're
the community.
throwing them to the forest.
No. By the time that comes, you've already told, you've already prepared,
Christine,
you've
Christine,
already prepared your son.
Let's not deflect.
That this
No,
will
hold on,
happen.
hold on.
Martin.
Let's not deflect. Let's just go back to the essence of what the conversation
Yes,
was.
roles.
We were coming from the place where the daughter had a period issue.
No. First.
The first period.
Initiation.
Yeah, yes. Initiation
First or
into
accident.
womanhood.
Yes.
Right? Initiation into womanhood. And you guys aptly said
First respondent.
first
is my
respondent
dad.
is the
Yes,
dad.
yeah.
Yes.
So the boy is going into circumcision. How do you handle that without throwing them into the forest
Ask
or to the
this way.
community?
Ask this way.
Yeah.
What's your role?
What's my role?
thank you,
My
thank you.
role is to tell them that this is at this point, this is what will happen.
You're already wrong.
No.
You
I
have no
cannot
role,
go
you have
and
a
do-
responsibility.
I just tell them. I'm not.
like that.
Because I know I'm not meant to be participating in that ceremony.
Yes.
I will just.
Why are you
prepare
not
them.
participating
I'll
in the
prepare-
ceremony?
I'm not.
It was
It's
rules and
cultural,
what?
It's not allowed.
Culturally,
No.
It's
Hey,
not.
hold on. We are
It's a
very.
taboo.
Hey, hold on.
It's a taboo.
Hold on.
It's a taboo.
One second.
Uliza Sharon.
Christine.
Sindio, it's a
Christine.
taboo.
It's a taboo.
Christine.
taboo.
Yeah, I understand.
So is
But
periods.
no. Hey. Let's just give one second.
Okay.
We are very modern right now where we are. And this thing is not now necessarily a ceremony as it used to be. You can take your boy to hospital,
back
nipped
home
in the bud, and then
Yes.
brought back, right?
Yes.
So you're losing us at the point where you're saying it's a ceremony, yet it is you who needs to take them to hospital.
For
right?
me, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For me, because it is a rite of passage.
Yes.
For me, it's significant and it is actually a ceremony.
I think you should
A
just move
ceremony
from this
and a
topic.
stage that must be attended to with respect of that culture.
Okay.
Yes.
We can move, yeah?
Let me answer this from
unaweza
a
kuwa Mmeru
modern.
na unaenda kwa shangazi na kuattack, utafanya?
Sorry.
Sharon is attacked by auntie
Anyway.
so.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted
answered
to
my
say
question.
this.
Sharon.
It is
I wanted
okay.
to say
One
this.
second, Sharon.
Let me answer this from being raised in a modern society, whereby you find that most homes nowadays we have a single parent. So
Not most.
okay, some.
Many.
Let me say
Some.
Some of the homes right now are being raised by single parents.
One parent,
So
yeah.
by one parent. So in this case, in the circumcision matter, I think it's better for us as women. If you're raising a boy and you're by yourself, it's good to respect the fact that, yes, you're now of age and this is going to happen. Come, let's have a conversation. But when it comes to you being taken to the...
Yes, ceremony.
I'm
utachukua
listening
David.
keenly.
David
Ah.
Martin, do your job.
So wewe utachukua Davis na mimi utaki nichukue auntie.
Sisi
That's
hatujakata
not a
uchukue
ceremony.
auntie.
We.
My friend,
Kuna
Hatujakata
tofauti.
uchukue
you see,
auntie.
you see, I'm
Serious
looking
ceremony,
at how will my daughter take that, I mean, the first period. Ati mimi nimekuwa hapo, mimi ndo namsort. Why shouldn't I call the auntie?
Kwani
The
hata-
nearest auntie.
It's
They even
okay.
say, no, call mommy.
Yes.
It's natural. They'll say, call mommy.
You know the reason
You
as
know,
to why they
before
do it.
even happens, even before that happens, you've already prepared her.
Who has
The
prepared
ceremony-
her?
Who
My
has prepared her?
daughter,
Yes,
my
because
daughter
it's your role.
I've already no. You the single not the single parent.
The single man.
One parent home.
Male or
whether
female?
you're a female or male,
Okay.
whether it is a boy or a girl, the girl you'll have prepared her through that significant friend, auntie.
Yes.
Relative about these things that would
Okay.
happen if
So
this was to happen.
so it's-
We
For
can
the
move from-
son, you the one parent home, you'll have prepared that son that because of where you come from, because of your cultural thing, this is what happens when you reach this age, and it shall happen like this, and it will happen. We will do this, and we'll appoint X, Y, Z. So even if you're saying that the day now is the problem is periods and circumcision. Periods have no notice. Circumcision knows 14 class 8. Ingine kuambiagi 14
But when it happens, a conversation needs to be had.
before.
And Martin,
Whether before or after.
Martin, I
Yes,
appreciate
but when
Yes,
it does
yes.
that
happen
Christina
that
said.
way-
She's amevuka sakafu.
Sasa nashukuru.
Martin, when it
Nashukuru.
happens that, for me, the girl that it happens at 3 p.m. in the morning, hey, there's only dad in the house and small brother.
Teacher?
That's not a
Teacher?
conversation.
Teacher?
That's you deal with the issue, then the conversation can be had. Can we, Michael?
Dad Davison.
We've had this. Yes.
We are not talking, I think we are digressing. I
Yes.
think
I
we are
wanted.
not talking about an accident.
No.
No. Remember where we came from.
Yes.
This is a girl child, this is a boy child. Mother, father. I think we have different roles to each one of them.
Yes.
Okay? They cross. We are not talking about someone is absent. We are talking about, this is a boy. What role do I have towards him? Okay? It was role and what?
Roles and duties.
Duty.
Yes.
Okay? And this is a girl. What role do you have? Because I think it's different.
Yes.
Even if they cross. It's not about one not being there.
Yeah.
And it's not being an accident.
And most
But
of
it's
those
also
are
important to
hypothetical.
look at both angles.
Yeah, sure.
Remember, even the people who are watching us at home.
Yeah.
We are all in
They
this.
could be in the
Wanaweza kuwa kwa mat.
At home. Hi, guys.
kidding,
At
I'm
home.
kidding.
It's important to
Ama kwa forest.
consider-
Hey, Michael.
to
So-
consider both.
So we should focus on roles.
Can I ask a question, Michael?
Yeah.
Maybe we digressed on the period and circumcision.
And I got us stuck on the roles and duties.
The roles.
I need to
The
move
roles.
from there
The roles.
in a bit. Yeah.
Are they supposed to be equal, as in 50-50?
No.
No.
It's
No.
Who is supposed-
100%
who is supposed to-
Whatever role it is, you do it at
No, I'm saying-
100%.
Then
I'm saying-
it is not
Hakuna
equality. It is
split.
equity.
Yes.
It
There's
is.
Give it your
Women
100%.
have their natural strengths,
Yes.
and men have their natural strengths. So I think based on that, it's not a 50-50 issue.
Listen, it's not 50.
It is just rising to the
My
occasion
wife-
of what, yeah.
My wife went to school.
Yes.
She's gotten this major job in Geneva.
UN. Amen.
Wherever.
Yes.
Geneva. Number one, my value, you remember those values, is I have to be with her all the time.
Yes.
She's not going to go there, and me, that's my
not gonna be
value.
a long distance
You see,
marriage.
we've already said
Yeah.
that we will never be separated. If it's 3 months, maybe, you know.
So does she quit the job?
No, there is no way. I'm
Does
just
she quit
saying.
the job?
No, I'm saying.
Okay.
In
Oh,
Geneva.
let him finish.
Okay, let's go to
Guys,
Geneva. Sorry,
I'm
I
just
stopped
telling
at
you.
Let him
Geneva.
finish.
I'm telling you. So
Yes.
my fundamental is we have to be together
Yes.
with her and the children.
Yes.
So if her job can take care of us as
be it.
a family, I quit mine.
Quit.
I quit.
All right.
And we go to Geneva or wherever, India. Let me not flambeau it. Because it can take care of
even India is
us.
flambeau.
I will gladly, again, temperaments and personalities
Yes,
are
yes.
different. I will gladly sit home with the children. I will gladly take them to work. When the money comes, we apportion it. Because she's not apportioning it for herself.
Would you look for a job in
If
that-
possible.
Okay.
If I don't know Hindi, how can I learn there? No?
Somehow you can speak
Or
a little
if there's
bit.
no money, then what is the
You
problem?
make
I'll sit in my house
candles. You
only.
make candles.
I'll stay at home. I would
Make
have
candles.
no
You won't feel any inferior in any way.
because we are working
One.
together.
As one.
And this money is enough for us. And I don't think it's just eating money. It means that this thing can build us as a
Yes.
family.
And I
Can
think
that
his
work for
question
Gen
is
Zs?
more an orientation
No.
kind of
I want to
issue.
hear the Gen Z
You see,
side.
the
Yes.
Gen Zs,
Uh-huh.
It can't
Gen-
work.
It can't work.
Yeah.
What would happen? You've gotten the UN job.
You've just gotten
He
married.
also has to find a job.
You've just
Where?
gotten married.
Anakuacha ama anaenda
Wait,
na
my
wewe?
friend,
Twende
we've
na
gone,
yeye lakini-
we've gone
Kama
somewhere.
tunaenda na yeye,
listen.
he has to have a job.
What if my
Job.
career? What if my career
Love.
is working very well in Kenya? All right.
Msanii.
What?
Anajua kuroga na Kiswahili tu.
Kenya.
Wewe wacha nisikie Sharon. Ati-
What if my career is working very well
As
in
the
Kenya
man.
as a man? So do you advocate for just got married? You go, I work here. We'll be meeting during the holidays.
We'll take schedule. We're scheduling.
That's okay for me. I would agree to that for as long as you're working, because I can't imagine as okay. Let me speak on my behalf.
Yes.
I can't imagine as Sharon going every single day, doing every single thing.
$10,000.
only for me to provide for a man.
Yes.
And as a Christian, as
Ah,
the template,
provide for a man.
yes.
Husband. Sema husband.
Hmm.
Husband. Now he's a man.
If Sharon,
Hey.
if that does not work, then you don't go.
Yes.
That is
What happened to
but-
Sharon's
but
job?
If you want me to stay, I don't know. I'm just saying. If I am localized,
Yes.
my business is very localized.
Yes.
And you get a job that can build us faster. It's not that my job is not keeping us afloat here, but your job
You're doing
can
fine.
propel us.
Yes.
Okay? And we sit down and discuss. We are going there. We are going to India. There's hardly anything I can do.
But what Sharon is saying,
But I can indulge in some businesses here and there. You understand? Now, that's where I said personality, but there's a guy who might not, because not all of us are business oriented.
Business-oriented.
what Sharon is saying plainly is she will go and she will not provide for the man. Remember, she called her a man,
Yes.
not a husband.
Then you'd better have divorce papers with you.
No, no.
Those are the rules of
hypothesis
engagement,
was
yeah.
you're
You're
getting
getting
married. All right. So everything we're talking about is in the context of a marriage.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to revise your position, or does it still remain?
It
Still
still
remains.
remains.
If you're going, you're
I
going.
will not.
I'm
But I will
interested.
not.
So let me ask you a question.
Boy child.
What is bigger? Is it your
Deputy-
career or
Deputy-
your marriage
What's her
and
name?
relationship?
Second lady.
Let me answer
You have
it
so
in
much
this
work to
way. Let me answer it in this way. At the beginning of this show, there's something I said. I asked, is it right for us as partners to have the conversation? Maybe I want to be a working mom, or I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So for me, I want to be a working mom. I can't imagine someone coming to tell me that you need to stop whatever
Yeah.
you're doing and stay in the house. You know,
That's
it's not
perfect.
that I diminish the women who do that. You know, I have total
Yeah,
respect.
yeah. It's
for-
you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
you.
me.
Yeah, it's you.
So in this context, I still remain to be me as Sharon. It's not that I'm choosing my career over my family. It's just that.
Yeah. That's
I
understandable.
I still want to have things going on.
Perfect.
And that's why,
Yes.
even if I'll choose to go,
Yes.
if you're coming along with me, come along with me with the mindset that you're going to come and find a
And
job
look
everywhere.
for something.
Of
And
course.
look for
Yes.
something.
Of course. But if locally I have something that's going on for me and that is very good, right? And knowing where you are, where your mindset is, do you still insist on going because it's a better opportunity, and because you know if he tags along, it is going to quote unquote burden you because you don't want to provide for a man, right?
But then why is it
Right?
so?
So does it then change if you provide for a man? Does it change your wifely duties, or does it change you entirely?
What changes?
Eh,
What
we
changes?
just twist that
Christine
story.
has a- Christine
That
has-
other
Hold on.
question.
Let
Yes,
let
the
Sharon.
same Sharon
and then we get.
Or you can help.
I
her.
wanted to ask, okay, this one, it's a challenge for Sharon being the one with the job in
Yes,
Russia.
yes.
And when the spouse goes, Russia is not a place where you can just get a job. Your
Yes.
husband has to just stay home.
Yes.
What
He
would
can
I-
sell
how come
arms.
it's easier for well, Sharon, if your husband now got the job, twist it the other way around. You flip, you now quit because he's gotten a better
Yeah.
job outside, munaenda pamoja. What utafanya?
She has no problem with that, as long as
You have a
he's
problem
providing.
now, you have to stay. We are together here. Tumeshikana. Sindio, sickness and health and everything. Tumesema. We swore those things, right? And those are the things you look at. So now in Russia, he's the one working. And you? Kazi umeambiwa sasa digital business wacha. You're my wife first before your work.
No,
what
ongeangi
would happen?
kizungu, huwezi enda kindergarten huko.
Yeah. Russia. Let's take Russia. He's in the mining industry, Siberia.
We.
You know where hakuna
Na wewe unamtupa mbali.
hakuna taxi, hakuna cafe, hakuna these other jobs you could have done.
Ni pesa tu inaenda
What happens? Is it, will you go?
I'll just accept it and
And you will go and
And
be
you will
and
go.
sit at home.
So if it flips, if it
in
flips,
Martin's,
yeah,
in Martin's,
yeah,
angle,
yeah.
if Martin, okay, if the husband has a better job in here in Kenya, I'll just let go of the other role and also find something that I can do
Locally.
as he hustles.
Okay, that's
locally.
perfect. That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. I just wanted to know where you are in that regard.
So you'd be able to, you can be able to submit, but you'd not let him submit.
I don't know how to express it.
Pity.
You will go and leave your man because now you're not calling him your
The
husband.
$10,000
You will go and leave
salary.
him.
Let's not dwell on that.
I'm just saying. You will go and leave him, go and work, and ensure that he's I mean, if he decides to come, he has to have something to do. Hey, second lady. More grace. More grace. Boy child. But
Do you think it's a permanent
Position.
set position? Or it can change?
Do you think majority of the Gen Zs think like that?
Okay, don't.
Let's answer Michael's question
Let me
first.
give a scenario. I'm sorry for interjecting. I'm in a matatu and we are conversing with the driver. Then this lady gives us a story. The husband, something happened and he lost his job. He was working in a bank. And the lady provided for 6 months. After 6 months, alisema yeye out nature, alienda.
Lipes.
The lady giving us the story, the brother was left after 6 months. So things happened the way they happened, and huyu jamaa akaambiwa atafute job, ataki nini. Then he started a business. That is after 2 years. The lady was doing other things and providing for the kids. But after 2 years, this gentleman now akaanza kuinuka. Do you know the lady? Sasa ni sister anatuambia. Na anaongea na anasema the lady had the audacity to want to come back.
Where?
To the man.
To the man.
Because the man now has...
Hexing him for 2 years.
So wait, to the man or to the marriage?
To the marriage, of course.
But what is it? Why is it?
It's not of course.
Yeah,
It
but
go-
you know, in most
was the marriage
circumstances-
nullified?
No?
No.
Okay.
But in most circumstances, you find that if she did not do the walking, most of the circumstances I've seen, that if this lady did not do the walking and completely provided, the guy becomes a bum. Have we had those cases? Yes.
Yes,
he
yes,
stays
we
at
have.
home.
Yes,
It's
Michael.
true.
Let
It
me
has
say-
happened.
let me
No,
say it this
Michael,
way.
has it happened or not?
Let me say
that
it.
if she did not take that action and wake up and go, that's when he would not have thought of that business.
Let me put it this way.
Not necessarily. I think that's a bit of an extreme.
I hope
But
I'm
thank
not
you
spoiling.
for
It
pointing that out.
happens a lot,
Yes,
yeah.
I
Michael.
hope I'm not spoiling and I don't lose my thought.
Yeah.
Both of us have a role in the marriage.
Yes.
A role.
Yes.
Not a responsibility, not a duty. We have a role,
A role
in
to
the
play in
marriage.
the marriage.
And it is not love.
Love is not
It is not
enough.
love. It is commitment.
Okay.
Okay? Your role and my role is commitment. That's why we say don't marry outside, because if they are not committed
You're not
to
yoked.
what you're, if we are unequally yoked, if we are
Yes.
on the same line, then we have the same understanding. The roles
But
don't
I can
change.
pray for the lady to get...
Saved.
Yes.
No, but here by the time we are getting
yeah.
saved. So the role is for your
Evangelistic
commitment and my
dating.
commitment. Cynthia, that is both our roles, and that is why we meet in the beginning to make these fundamentals.
Yes.
Cynthia, work
Yes.
for both of us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if both of us are going to fulfill the role, then that's why she mentioned in sickness and health. If you are true to those roles,
In
you
riches
will
and poverty.
stay irrespective of, I'm just putting it, irrespective of whether I have the money or not. But again, you can't fund a bum.
What do you mean funding a bum?
Mtu tu amekaa.
Thank you.
Unajua-
Yeah, yes.
Ako
Umetuma
depressed,
applica-
kazi
nilituma.
So
No, even I.
in closing, what are we saying as we close? I really like where you're going with that
Rules of
conversation.
engagement.
Rules of engagement. And there's a scripture you've quoted. I'm trying to remember where it's from. unequally.
The Bible.
Yes. It is from the Bible, the book. I'm trying to remember the book. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers.
New Testament.
It's a Pauline letter, which is very important, right? So then, apart from now, when that we've already moved past that as a fundamental, both mumeokoka. So what are we saying in closing?
That not responsibilities. What are the other? No. Duties can change.
Yes.
And they can cross.
Nawezaosha vyombo saa yoyote na
They
nichange
can
diaper.
cross. Duties can cross the duties, but the roles don't change.
Yeah.
The roles.
Roles don't change.
And if those roles are held, yeah, then that marriage will stay. Okay? If it's about love, ati nimefunguliwa mlango, those are
romantic
hizo.
gestures.
Yeah, if that's what drives the marriage, then it will fail.
Yes.
Okay? If that's what drives the relationship,
Yes.
they will fail because they come up and down. But if you maintain your role, and I maintain my role, I didn't say duties. Okay? Duties are temporal, but roles are permanent. Okay?
Yeah.
Like
And
giving
if
birth.
those ones are fundamental, yeah, like giving birth, I can't give birth.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I can take care of the child.
Yes, you can.
And I can take care of the child up to a certain point, and then it ends.
You can
So if
nudge.
those are met,
Yeah.
then we are okay.
Okay. Christine.
I agree, actually, it's true. But before you engage, before now you do the marriage, have a constitution. It's almost like a constitution.
Yeah.
A memorandum of understanding that
Documented.
documented so that you don't have amnesia when things happen. And things do happen.
Yeah.
And I
So
can
it's
assure
good
you,
that way.
the things that we have been having contentions about are those ones,
Yes,
not the
things
roles.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things
Yes.
happen.
Davis.
Dynamics change.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have a constitution. I don't have a constitution. It's not documented anywhere. But mi nikikatia wife, nilikuwa na ka principle that I will give 100% towards the marriage, so that when she's giving one, at least we are somewhere. She also
Committed.
That one was not a vow. Yeah, she committed
Yeah.
to also give 100%, so that when my battery is at 0, we are still somewhere. I would advise, or rather tell the people watching, not to take that principle, but maybe document the constitution as Christine is saying. Kuwa na hizo roles the roles zile Michael anasema, but also give it your all.
Give it your all. Gen Z.
I think my last take has to be, it's important for couples or people who are still dating to have these conversations. Let's sit down and agree. This is what you want. This is what I want. If we see that it's not going to take us anywhere, tuambiane mapema ni mapema. Let's just go our own separate ways.
Deal.
Agree.
Yes, because
But after 2 years,
yes, and
Yeah,
also when
6
it comes to parenting, it's also important for us to sit down again and have this conversation, because we are going to have kids, or we are expecting kids. Who is going to take up the role to love? You know, you can't say that it's up to me as the mom to love. Maybe I might not be able to
who's
give.
the disciplinary?
Maybe I might not be able to give
The dad.
the son that amount of love that you could give to him. Because even when we look at this, at the society right now, so many men, let me say men, are coming out and saying that, you know, I'm not loved, because they feel like there's a gap. There's somewhere in their lives where something missed. So it's very important for us to sit down and have those conversations. That has to be my last take.
For you, it's a continuing conversation.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you too. Do the comment thing under the comment section. Till next time, this is the Impromptu Cast.